Hello, beautiful, mystical, magical souls. I am Chloe the Elven Mage, full-time artist, psychic, witch and mentor, currently residing in Oxfordshire in the UK. I'm just about to enter into the forest, so I'm just going to pause for a moment and ask permission to enter. Thank you. Wow, I could feel the energy of the forest literally beckoning me in. Ah, you have no idea how happy I am. Hold on a second, can you see that sunshine on my face? Oh my goodness. So normally I do this video wandering and pondering every single week. It's been my longest regular video now. Oh, the sunshine. But I haven't actually done it for 2 weeks and I've been itching to get out of the house. But it has been absolutely torrential rain for the last 2 weeks where I live here in Oxfordshire. Oh, I'm just going to pause for a moment so we can just take in some of the sounds of the forest. There is a depth of quietness and stillness here today, which is just saying so much. So I will be offering lots of moments of silence in this video today, but you have no idea. Oh my goodness, how happy I am. This is the medicine that I knew I needed, but I didn't know that I knew I needed. I'm even wearing my Tinkerbell earrings just to celebrate how happy I am to be back with my forest peoples, the elves, the fairies, the pixies, the trees, the gnomes, the sprites, the fungi, all of the mysterious beings of the forest, the plants. Oh, thank you. I've just been walking around in the countryside and I wanted to start this video entering into the forest with you so you could really be here with me today. I'm so happy to be back and just to feel the sunshine on my face. I believe, and this is just through what I feel, that this is going to be, I mean, you can see I'm not wearing a winter coat or anything. I feel that this is going to be the last sunny and warm day of this season in the UK. It's going to start getting cold, which is exciting. I love those cold, crisp days, and then I can wear my big hoods and my furry coats, and we can explore the forest and how it changes in the darkness and the depths of the winter. And I feel that the silence and the depth of the stillness in the forest today is almost welcoming in this change and this step forwards into the colder weather, this invitation inwards. So yes, so happy. I'm just so happy to be here. I'm just in awe of the forest. I have missed it. Oh wow, so much fungus everywhere. I'm going to walk super slowly because I have been walking. After I've walked and talked, wandered and pondered for a while, I'm going to sit down and just see if there's any messages that want to come through from any of my guides. So feel free to skip forward to that if you like. Yeah, I don't mind walking in the rain. I don't have a problem with walking in the rain, but obviously I can't really film in the rain. And where I live is like, I mean, I don't know if you can see it really, but it's like rugged countryside. So it's very thick mud and slippery when it rains. So yeah, it's not fully enjoyable for me to walk in the rain. And you know, I like to just walk and take everything in and yeah, so that's why there's been a pause, but holding the prayer in my heart now that, oh, look at that sunshine. Yes, winter sun is so gorgeous, isn't it? When it's low in the sky, it's so bright and cleansing and clear and refreshing. But yeah, holding the prayer in my heart that there's going to be a bright day each week now where I can come out and continue these videos again, because I really miss them. I don't feel fully inspired and really fully in my full energy when I'm filming indoors. I do feel like there's a container around me, and I don't like that. I like being wild and free and in nature, but I know that each of them have their own superpowers. Oh, there's this like branch coming out of the tree and it looks like a bird sitting on it. So yeah, some messages that have been really coming through for me. Oh, this is slippery. Really coming through for me at the moment is, and this is a message that of course is coming through for myself, but my guides sometimes tell me, oh, you should share this as a collective message, and that is, when in doubt, slow down. And it makes me laugh, you know, when in doubt, slow down. And it's those moments where we're in like total panic mode and everything just seems like it's going wrong, perhaps. Just slow down. Just slow down. Make space in between the thoughts, in between the actions. If fear starts seeping in through the cracks, slow down, take a breath. The birds are agreeing with that. They're like, yes, yes, please slow down, please slow down. The whole of nature is slowing down. We want you to do it too. Oh, wow. Look at this tree beside me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beautiful trunks coming out from the same base of the tree. Oh, gosh, I really wish that I can share this forest with everyone. It is just so magical. When I come here, I feel like all of my sight is activated. My psychic gift of sight gets automatically turned on, and I can see beings and I can see the spirits of the trees, and oh my goodness, everything just comes alive. So I think I've said this before, walking in this forest, but if anyone ever finds themselves travelling to Oxfordshire and you want to come on a guided tour with me here, please do let me know. Hit me up. Oh gosh, it is just a feast for the heart, the soul and the eyes. And yeah, I feel that the first thing that I want to talk about in this video today, this week I have really been feeling not myself, not my full vibrant, expanded self. I have felt a little bit shy, and I have noticed that my voice has been not as strong and perhaps held back a little bit, and I really have noticed these creeping niggles of self-doubt. And like up until today, I've just sort of been brushing it aside, just thinking, you know, these feelings come up and they're just here to remind me that there are still some lingering remnants of fear and doubt within, which is truthful, of course. But then today, oh goodness, like I had an alarm set because I had a client session this morning, and I really could not get out of bed. My head felt tight. Look at this sunlight. Just going to stand and take this in for a moment. I will continue, I promise. I'm going to walk around in circles in this forest, so we're going to get like the full forest experience. I just wanted to take in that sunlight. Remember, when in doubt, slow down. When in doubt, breathe. When in doubt, make space. So yeah, when my alarm went off, I had a slight headache. I felt very tired, even though I went to bed on time. I actually had a really deep sleep last night, but I woke up feeling out of sorts, and I woke up feeling tightness in my head and just not feeling really bright and vibrant, and I didn't wake up feeling in my heart, which I usually do. Don't get me wrong, it's not every day that I leap out of bed full of energy. I like to have my morning routine of, sometimes if I have the time, having a beautiful hot beverage in bed, reading, then meditation, and then some sort of movement or stretching. And I enjoy that in the morning. This morning, I just, it really took me time to get up, and then I just felt slightly nauseous, and just everything within me just started feeling slightly out of balance. So I stopped and I really sat with myself, and I said, okay, what am I not addressing? Where am I not being totally honest and transparent with myself? And there have been some fears coming up, some fears and some doubts that I have definitely moved past and moved beyond. So I really couldn't figure out what it was and why it was coming up in this way. And then today, and I'm doing this as a confession for you, okay? To be here speaking and sharing in 100% honesty, authenticity and vulnerability. We can't say that we're authentic if we are hiding things. So I realised and recognised that last weekend, so on Saturday, when I was out in London with my family, spending time with them, I had a couple of glasses of wine. And there's so much I can say about this. You can find videos of me talking about alcohol and sharing my, it is like a mud pit here. You can find videos of me sharing about my journey of turmoil with alcohol and drug addiction. I am in a place now where I'm absolutely not addicted, and I really don't drink. Like, I don't go out to bars and things like that. But I have got to this place where there's still this little niggling part of me that's like, I love red wine and I love the taste, and a glass isn't going to do any harm. But the problem is, what I've realised is that I broke a promise to myself, and I'd made a promise that I wouldn't drink for this month, with the intention of continuing that forwards into the new year. And I broke that promise to myself, and that is more important to me than actually the act of drinking or not, because I do believe that we can quickly draw the line in the sand under certain actions and things that we do and move forward if we choose to. But I had promised myself, and this again is another complex topic and subject to talk about, because I believe that every human has their own individual journey, and I do know quantum healers, people in the spiritual community, space holders, shamanic healers who drink alcohol every day. Not saying that they get drunk, but they drink alcohol every day, and for them that is normal and that is a part of their reality. And I'm only sharing this because I don't hold judgment against anyone else's decisions. But what I do want to be really honest and transparent about is my own personal experience and my own personal relationship with alcohol, in the hope that it just might help someone who watches this or hears these words to reflect upon their own heart and their own body, and their own decisions that are in service of their higher self. So for me, I was completely sober for 2 years. Funnily enough, this was in 2020 onwards. So during lockdowns, during the times of COVID, I didn't get sick. During that time, well, I didn't get COVID, partly because I didn't get tested, but also, yeah, I mean, I was probably the healthiest, strongest, most confident, vibrant version of myself in that time, other than how I felt over the past 6 months since the breakup that I went through and this journey, this huge re-witch awakening that I've been on. But that time, in those 2 years of sobriety, were absolutely the time when I really was the most in touch with myself, right? Because it's when we are clean, clear and bright. I'm just looking around to find where the path has gone through the forest. So yeah, and I'm just sharing this with you to explain to you a little bit about my journey. So I have been sober for long periods of time, and then I've just sort of been in a position where I've been able to drink and then not drink for long periods of time, if that makes sense. But the more and more that I do that, oh, I think I've gone the wrong way. This will turn into quite the adventure. The more and more that I do that, and the more and more that I really open myself up to embrace the full depth and magnitude of my psychic self and my multidimensional self, the more that it is revealed to me of how much alcohol affects me energetically. And it really doesn't give anything. It doesn't give anything, but it does take away. And yeah, I just feel like I'm confessing this to share how I feel now. So now I've decided that if I drink alcohol, I am not being in service of my higher self, and I am consciously choosing to not put my highest self first. So I no longer choose to do that anymore. I no longer choose to not put my higher self first. And I feel for me, it's more just a case of FOMO now. If someone's having a nice glass of wine and I think, oh, I'll have a taste. But it's not worth it, because after 2 glasses of wine, to have this sensation all week of very, very obviously my mental health has dipped. So it's almost like, because I consciously chose to drink the alcohol, which in turn lowers my vibration, is a neurotoxin, so it affects the mind. Because I consciously chose to do that, I consciously chose to lower my vibrational state, all of those low vibrational frequencies like fear and lack and self-doubt and feeling small and shy and shut down have been amplified, because I've lowered myself down to those lower vibrational states. I'm getting totally lost now. This is fun though. Yeah, so it was a conscious choice that I totally own up to, and I'm not ashamed about either, because at the end of the day, it was just drinking a glass of wine. But I have always been one to go deeper into things. I'm a deep thinker, a deep feeler. And yeah, it has just taken away too much from me. And I feel like this goes without saying, but just to share, I have never and would never ever drink or consume any kind of substances within at least 48 hours before holding a client in a session. That goes without saying, but yeah, I know a lot of people that do. And something interesting that I found that I wanted to share is recently I have been seeing so many amazing people who I love and respect on social media, you know, having a glass of wine or having a hot toddy or something, all of these cool, fun drinks. And I'm thinking, if they're doing it, I can do it. And that was the catch that I caught suddenly. And I realized, hang on a minute, this is where comparison can become such a toxic and life-destroying, if we allow it to. How do I describe comparison? A word, a state of being. Comparing ourselves to others. Other people's choices have absolutely zero to do with our own choices. And I just had this huge light bulb moment, which seems blatantly obvious, and I know I've had this many times before, but now I'm in a place where I want to share it, is that we're always going to be constantly shown other people living their life in the way that they choose to test us and in turn bring us back to our own selves to discover what is right in our hearts. Because if we don't have our own strong inner moral compass to follow, then we are going to be very easily controlled and manipulated by the dark forces, by the powers that be, and that's what they want. So it's not the act of the drinking or whatever it is that we're doing necessarily, but it's whether or not we are betraying the promises that we've made to ourselves and going against what we know in our heart and our soul is serving us or not serving our highest good. So yeah, I invite you to ponder on that. I've just taken a pause here. The birds are so happy at the moment. Yeah, I really invite you to ponder on that. When you see other people doing things, saying things, sharing things, are you triggered by it? Do you judge it? Are you suddenly influenced by it? Or do you feel that it validates you? Because these are all little signposts towards perhaps little places of wounding or shadows within us that just need a little bit more love. And, you know, when me not feeling good today, for me that was an instant calling from my body to say, please, please recognize this. Please recognize that your frequency shift has lowered. So all of the heaviness in the world is almost being magnetized towards me. And I'm not saying that by having a high vibrational frequency and living from the heart that we rise above that or we avoid that. No, not at all. But we don't attract it into our state of being. We can still feel sadness and heaviness, even more so because our feelings and our compassion are not being dampened and overshadowed by the fear and the doubt and being consumed by that which is not real. What else did I want to share? There was something else. Oh yeah, so I've said, you know, I really sat with myself, I sat with my heart, and I sat with my guides, and it was like, you know what, like, there is so much conditioning around sobriety. Even, you know, there's terms like, oh, that was a sobering experience, or, oh, I feel so sober right now. There's so much negativity around it when in actuality and reality, when you are totally sober, fresh and clean, your experience, or one's experience through my own experience of reality, becomes so much more rich, dense, vibrant, exciting, beautiful, colourful, sensual, you name it. It's actually the opposite of what we've been conditioned to believe. So, and that is the life that I choose. That is the life that I choose. So what am I going to do to make sure that I move forward from this in service of my higher self? So I'm going to create some affirmations, some very powerful words and affirmations that I will say to myself every time that little voice comes in and says, oh, it's all right to have a glass of wine, you haven't got any clients for a few days, you can relax, it's fine, blah 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 blah. I'm going to find some counter affirmations in support of loving my body and my higher self and putting myself first, so that I can start rewiring that program. And then another thing that I've done is, this might sound extreme to some people, oh, something just flew into my eye, but this is something that has been in my consciousness for a long time now. So I went on the AA website, and no, I would not say that I'm an alcoholic, but I don't feel that I'm in complete and total control of my choice over whether to drink or not. So I went on the AA website, and they have online meetings on Saturdays, and they have women's only ones, and I thought that would be such a beautiful way of connecting with other women. So I'm going to commit to that on Saturdays. Saturdays are one of my days off, so it feels like it's going to be such a beautiful act of self-care to show up in dedication to myself, with other beautiful women from all over the world, it seems like, who are in a similar situation to me, and be in that heart-opened space where we all want to support each other. So yeah, those are the actions that I'm choosing to move forward with this, and really just being honest, open and authentic, and sharing that there's nothing wrong with me and there's nothing wrong with you. If you drink, if you slip up, no one is judging you. The only person that is judging you is the voices in your head. But it's you can choose. You can just say, it's okay, I love you, you're a human, life is hard, but let's choose something better than this. That's your choice. Remember, it's a free will universe. Suffering is a choice. Happiness is a choice. As much or as little as we want to believe that, it is a choice. It is a choice. Of course, there are extreme circumstances and there are more simple circumstances. Oh, we're back in the centre of the forest now. But yeah, it's all a choice. And the feeling that I've had this week, and it, for a very considerably small amount of alcohol that I consumed, it feels like the fire of my heart has been extinguished and dampened, which is actually terrifying. And it's not a feeling that I ever choose to consciously feel again. I found a really beautiful place to go and see if my guides want to come through and channel anything. So yeah, I really wanted to share that honestly with you, and let you know that, or just even to remind you that it's okay. It's okay to be human, and it's okay to do whatever the hell you want to do. But I really do invite you to put self-awareness before anything else. Wow, whenever I close my eyes, it's like the forest is just the energy of the forest is coming towards me, like pulling me in, like, come my child, come in. Self-awareness first, always self-awareness. And I feel that is also about that message, when in doubt, slow down. Slow down the voices of influence. Slow down the external programming, visions, sounds. Slow down and come back into yourself. I promise you, if you slow down enough, you will be able to tune into your North Star of your heart, find your moral compass, find your conscience. You may find that there's a lot of forgiveness that needs to be done, a lot of love that needs pouring into those dark places. But once you start doing that, the real juiciness of life will start flooding into your veins. And you are so worth that. You are so worth that. So I'm sitting between these two beautiful old trees, and I'm sitting on a very mossy trunk of a tree. It feels so beautiful and cool in my root chakra. I'm probably sitting on a mushroom. There's probably a mushroom up my bum as well right now. And I'm just gonna see if any of my guides wish to come through while I'm here, and share any messages while I'm here. So my guide Elmara is here. She's always with me when I'm in the forests, when I'm with nature. Elmara, would you like to express anything today? Humanity on Earth right now is going through a great metamorphosis, a great time of transformation. And for a lot, this may very much still feel like the space of being inside the dark, enclosed case of the cocoon. And for those who feel that they have transformed and spread their wings, must continue shining bright the colours of truth, the multi-diversity and the multi-dimensionality of life. Keep shining bright, bright, bright to help those who are lost in the dark to reach for the light. This is the great metamorphosis, the great time of change and transformation. This week is a week of deep stillness. You may say it is a time of the calm before the storm. Listen, see, and receive very closely for any signs, repetitions of videos, of messages, of animals. Really pay close attention, because this week, in the time of stillness, the calm before the storm, you are being given a divine opportunity to be shown what you are ready to remove from yourself consciously. This could be a habit that is no longer serving you. It could be a relationship, a friendship, a location, a mindset, a job. The list is endless and it is totally unique to you. But there is a powerful energy within this week that wants to support you in truly letting go of, I'm being shown, Elmira is showing me that it's one thing, really, really one thing that you're going to really be supported to drop for good this week, and it's going to feel like a weight has been lifted from your shoulders. Spend time with your heart. Be honest with yourself. Thank you so much, Elmira. I invite you to take a few minutes of silence with me, breathing. And if you choose to, if this resonates, you can repeat these affirmations after me, either internally or out loud, to amplify the vibrations through your powerful, magical sound tool that is your voice. Universe, I am ready for my full transformation and my full metamorphosis. I am a strong, powerful, magnetic, psychic witch or wizard or sacred being. I know it to be true. I know in my heart and beyond that I am here with purpose, and I am ready to release and burn away all that which no longer serves me, all the fear, all the doubt, all the limitation that is the dark forces that is not mine to hold. I burn it away and release it now as I am ready for my transformation.